Jai Sri Narayan. Jai Sri Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharya Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to the Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to the 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here at the Sri Narayan Dham physically in Durban, South Africa. I welcome Lord Ram. I welcome Lord Ram in his various manifestations. I welcome the Devis and Devatas that took part in this great epic called the Ramayan. I welcome the Nagara Touch. I thank you for offering your services tonight on this auspicious day. And I want you to understand that you are only able to perform on this Lord Ram's appearance day not because you willed it, not because I willed it. It was Lord Sri Ram who willed Amit bhai that you and your group come and sing and render kirtans and bhajans on this auspicious day. Then again, those of you that are present at the Sri Narayan Dham on this day, it is not because you willed or not because I willed. It is because Lord Sri Ram himself willed you to be here today to celebrate his appearance day. So today I rounded up the teachings of the Ramayan yesterday so that today we do not get into a lengthy discourse. Today is not a lecture on the Ramayan. Today is a day of celebrations. And I'm sure each one of you enjoyed the rendering by the Nagara Touch. And it looks like they are becoming they are joining forces with us. And Amit bhai, we once again, on behalf of everyone here at Ashram, we thank you. It seems you're going to be our in-house professional kirtan and bhajan system. Okay? I'm not willing and I don't think you are willing, but it would be willed by Lord Sriman Narayan himself. How many of you heard of cloud, where you save your videos and all your information? Amit bhai, you heard of cloud? Anyone on your group heard of cloud? Sita, you heard of cloud? Jessica? What's cloud?
It's a virtual storage facility.
It's a virtual storage facility in the ethereal atmosphere. In the ethereal atmosphere. And everything that happens in the gross atmosphere, the source of that gross action takes place from the subtle action that is stored in the ethereal atmosphere. So when I shake my hand like this, the impetus of shaking this hand, the power that is shaking this hand, is stored in the ethereal atmosphere by one of the cosmic administrators. So the cosmic administrators are in charge of all actions that are performed in this gross universe. And information is stored in this material world that can be retrieved. Then imagine the information that is stored spiritually. So the Ramayan, when it was enacted 2 million years ago, the potency of the Ramayan was stored in the material universes. And if we run across the teachings of the Ramayan in the 24,000 verses that it is scripted in a nutshell, and I want to give you an example. Those of you that are electricians understand how to connect electricity. Strini, when a current runs from one wire that is connected to a plug or a socket, and another plug or socket is connected to it, and when it corrodes, what happens to the electric current that runs from the source and it's supposed to run to the other end? Amit, what happens? There's no current, or very little current. So the Ramayan teaches you how to clean up that which is causing the current to disconnect in between the sockets. That's all the Ramayan does. In the 24,000 verses, in a roundabout way, it teaches you how to clean up that current that is connected in between the sockets. And one socket is you, the other socket is the Supreme Lord. And once you clean up this connection, this corrosion, then the current will start flowing again between you and the Supreme Lord. All of you understand? And Lord Ram enacted in a gross way how to overcome this connection in a subtle way. You understand? And I want to conclude by stating that if you follow these prescripts, very, very simple, if you remove the corrosion of anger, if you remove the corrosion of lust, if you remove the corrosion of greed, if you remove the corrosion of pride, if you move the corrosion of ego, then your connection, you make contact. The two ends of the plugs make contact, and you are fully charged with the spiritual potency of your own Creator. And I showed you this in this week only. Did I not show you this in this week only? Who did not feel the potency of Lord Ram at this satsang? Sita, you felt the potency of Lord Ram at this satsang? What he told you? Did he speak to you? He loves you. Yes. Because Ram, translated from Sanskrit to English, means source of all pleasure. Who did not feel pleasure in this 10 days of satsang. Those that attended the whole 10 days and did not go on a holiday, who did not feel the pleasure of Lord Narayan in this whole 10 days of satsang. So we had conducted satsangs throughout the whole 10 days, and every day Lord Ram connected to one or two of you in a manner that cannot be described. Yes or no?
Yes.
Dev, are you here? Where's your nephew?
I've gone back home.
Is he going to start work tomorrow?
I think so.
All right, and I'm highlighting this because we must, every time the Lord acts, we must not stop talking about His actions. And Dev's nephew came here on the very first day of Ram Navami. And he came to be blessed so that he could be brave enough to have a spine op. Is that not so, Dev? He just came for blessings so that he gets courage to have his spine operated. Yes or no, Dev?
Yes, Guru.
And what the Guru told him?
That he doesn't need to have the operation.
Okay, so he was already booked for surgery the next day, isn't it? Or the following day?
Yes, Guru.
Are you listening, all of you? And this is just one. And I'm repeating this in this discourse because it won't be right to celebrate this great occasion without showing you the potency of Lord Ram. Okay? So, Dev's nephew was already booked in a private hospital to undergo surgery. He came to this ashram to get blessings through the guidance of his uncle. And miraculously, his spine got fixed. He even gave me the numbers of his discs. Dave? He said B52, C1 and J something, and I wasn't interested. I said, turn around. We blessed him, and he went home. Now he's in Joburg. So the Guru does not exist in the ego dimension. There's no ego for the Guru. Guru and ego cannot exist or coexist. The reason we tell you these things is so that you get attached to the Supreme Lord. You get attached. You understand that the Supreme Lord exists and He can defy material science over and over and over again. Okay? All of you understand? And then we had a whole lot of transformation in people just in these 10 days. People aspirants made 180-degree turn within this 10 days. Many. We do not want to list, but as time goes on, the aspirants themselves is going to give testimony on how their lives changed just within this 10 days. And once again, I'm stating this, and I've started off by stating and asking you if you know cloud, where you store your information that you need, so that you can retrieve it. And similarly, the Ramayan has been stored for the past 2 million years in the ethereal atmosphere, and Gurus take their birth to obtain that which is stored and use that potency again and again and again and again. So the Ramayan is not a myth, Amit bhai. It shouldn't be wrapped up in a red cloth and kept somewhere far away. That's what we Hindus do, don't we? Don't touch the Ramayan, you're not clean. Yes or no? The Ramayan is your handbook. You need to read it, and that which we are calling a miracle that occurred within the 10 days in the satsang, that can happen to you whenever you read the Ramayan. That can happen to you whenever you read the Ramayan, because the Ramayan is eternal and potent. What does potent mean? By simply reciting the verses of the Ramayan, the hidden potency that's within the verses inject you personally. You understand? Because there is no difference between God and His Word. There is no difference between God and His Word. All of you understand? You sang that bhajan today. Nothing is Ram's name is bigger than Ram. Did you sing that bhajan?
No.
You sang it?
No.
You know it? Yeah, just render a few lines.
Ram ki bada naam hai Ram.
You know it?
What's the title of the song?
Ram ki bada naam hai Ram.
Sing along. Okay, we'll do another one close to that.
Okay.
जो राम नाम नहीं गाते वो जीते जी मर जाते जो राम नाम गाते वो परम धाम पाते बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम.
Amit bhai, this is how it's done in India. The Guru says a few verses and the bhajan group plays. Alright? So we had a bit of India today. It is said that Ram's name is bigger than Ram himself. And the scientific meaning would be that you cannot see Ram all the time. He is not going to manifest himself to you. But when you use his name, when you sing his glories, when you sing his bhajans, when you sing, he comes alive. He comes alive through his name. So I want to conclude. I'm sure all of you are hungry. It's in the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. And we need to wrap up. And I want to wrap up like this. I want to wish Lord Ram a very happy appearance day. I want to thank him for appearing at the Sri Narayan Dham to consolidate the work that the Sri Narayan Dham is doing. I want to thank him for giving me the opportunity to reveal him to you. And Amit bhai, if you go on our page, the Sri Narayan Dham, you can read the discourses for the past 10 days, and you will see that the science behind the discourse was a spiritually potent injunction, not only those that are here at the Sri Narayan Dham, but I think it went to about 48 countries from around the world. Again, these discourses, like the Ramayan, get stored in the ethereal atmosphere, and it can be, you can retrieve it when you think of these discourses. Amit bhai, we also said that the Lord incarnates cyclically because he pines for his children. Main reason Lord Ram took his incarnation because he was pining in separation of his children. We need to start pining to reconnect to the Supreme Lord. And I've given you all the tools that is required to connect to the Supreme Lord. Don't rush it. Take your time. You are here today. The Lord knows you exist. All of you understand. Any questions, Amit bhai? Anyone? Jai Sri Narayan.